Hey everyone, it's David Sirota. So you may remember a couple of months ago, Bernie Sanders put forward a bill that would allow Americans to buy lower-priced, FDA-approved prescription drugs from other countries. And that bill was voted down by a coalition of Democrats and Republicans. And one of the senators in that situation, Cory Booker from New Jersey, got a lot of flack for being one of the Democrats who voted against it. Well, Sanders is going to put forward that bill again. There's a talk that he's going to put it forward as an amendment to an upcoming FDA bill or put it up as a standalone bill. And now a new Congressional Budget Office report has come out showing just how much it could benefit taxpayers in the United States. The new report from the CBO finds that Sanders' bill would save the federal government more than $6 billion on prescription drug and pharmaceutical spending. Now you may ask why? Why would a bill like this save the federal government money? Well, the federal government obviously purchases a lot of prescription drugs for programs like Medicare, the VA, and through Medicaid and the like. And Sanders' bill would allow American pharmacists and wholesalers and individuals to purchase lower-priced medicines from countries like Canada. Now you may ask, well, why can't they do that already? And that is a very good question. Right now, under existing U.S. law, pharmaceutical companies themselves are allowed to manufacture drugs all over the world. The FDA goes out and it inspects those pharmaceutical manufacturing plants all over the world, and then those drugs are brought back into the United States for sale here by the drug companies themselves. But the law says that wholesalers, pharmacists, individuals cannot themselves purchase medicines, FDA-approved medicines, from other industrialized countries. So in other words, there's a situation in which the drug companies are allowed to import medicines, but individuals, pharmacies, and wholesalers are not allowed to import medicines. The drug companies have fought for that prohibition to prevent Americans from being able to purchase drugs at a lower price, where they are offered at a lower price in other countries. Other countries do a better job and have stronger laws on the books to allow them to negotiate lower prices for prescription drugs. Under Sanders' bill, American consumers, wholesalers, and the like would be able to take advantage of those price controls and those regulations in other countries to purchase those lower priced medicines in places like Canada. We have a situation now where a drug may cost a high price in the United States, and the same drug, because of Canada's laws, for instance, the same drug will cost a lot less in a place like Canada. Under Sanders' bill, a consumer or a wholesaler would be allowed to purchase those drugs from a Canadian pharmacist or wholesaler at those lower prices. Now, of course, this spotlights, well, why doesn't the United States have some of the laws on the books that other industrialized countries have? Why doesn't Medicare, for instance, use its market power to negotiate lower-priced prescription drugs? Well, it's because there's other laws on the books that effectively prevent programs like Medicare from using its market power to purchase drugs at a lower price for consumers. So yes, Sanders' bill is sort of an end run around the fact that the United States, many government agencies and the like, don't have stronger regulations, consumer protection regulations, on the price of prescription drugs. It's an end run that would allow consumers to at least take advantage of the free market. Right now, the drug companies are effectively trying to prevent there from being a free flow of goods across international borders. This is one of those situations where the progressives are making the argument that the free market, if there's going to be this so-called free market, at times it should at least work for the American consumer, for wholesalers and pharmacists and the like, to reduce the cost of prescription drugs. Now you've got a CBO report saying that Sanders' bill would save taxpayers billions and billions of dollars. We'll see if it affects the prospects of his legislation when it comes up for a vote in the future.